Hello everyone, today we're going to see whether expensive salt is better than cheap salt. Alright, welcome back everyone to Amrazul TV. Alright, I couldn't resist doing this little experiment because I've been thinking about it for a really long time. So this is a $60 salt, Instant Ocean, and this is a $130 salt, Pro Reef from Tropic Marin. And I've been running my tank for the past 3 years with Instant Ocean salt, which is the regular like purple bucket, which is essentially the cheapest salt you could purchase. $60 for 160 gallons of seawater. And I've been doing regular daily water changes, about 1% daily water change, 2.5 liters on my 250 liter gallon. And every time I run out of salt, I go to the stores and I look at the fancy, expensive salts like this one, and I always wondered, are they really worth it? Like, are they gonna make a difference? And every time I had that thought, I convinced myself that I've been getting good results with my Instant Ocean. It's been working fine. My SBS alcohol for my tank is happy. Things are growing. Why mess with a good thing? But curiosity killed the cat, right? And I'm a curious kind of cat. So I just, I had to do it. I had to do this experiment. And so what I'm going to do is I picked up a couple of these guys. Essentially, they're the most expensive salt brand my local LFS had. And the goal is to slowly switch my tank over from Instant Ocean to Tropic Marin, the Pro Reef. Excuse me, somebody's fixing the roof, I think, next door. And then just see how my tank responds. So this is going to be the experiment. I'm going to start, I apologize for the knocking again. So I'm going to start using this salt in my regular water changes. And over time, essentially what I'll be doing is replacing my tank, which is running on Instant Ocean now, to the Tropic Marin. It's not going to be I'm not going to be doing a large water change that might upset the system. So gradually over time, my tank is going to go from this to this, and I'm gonna be documenting how my corals look, how my tank look, by taking kind of weekly pictures of my SBS and my tank, and we're gonna see whether I notice any changes in the colors that I'm seeing in my SBS or how well my tank functions. So that's gonna be the test. I'm gonna start it as soon as my last batch of Instant Ocean is out, which is pretty soon, and then we're gonna go into Tropic Marin. And if I see a big difference, then maybe that will convince me to permanently switch from my Instant Ocean to this salt, which is twice as expensive, more than twice as expensive. If I don't see a difference, then I'll switch back to the Instant Ocean, which is, I know I have success with it. All right, so in terms of what these salts claim to do, obviously Instant Ocean has slightly higher alkalinity than natural seawater. So this runs, to me at least, around 10 DKH. This is supposed to be 7 DKH, so I might actually have to dose a little bit more at ESV. This salt in the back, doesn't really claim to have a lot of stuff, but online it does mention that it has major and minor trace elements. So there it contains every major, minor trace element necessary for health of corals. Doesn't really tell you how much trace elements are there. It just says it contains them. For the Pro Reef, let me turn around. So it claims a few things. Let me just get this to zoom. So it has an optimum calcium magnesium concentration, as well as alkalinity and pH, designed to use with calcium reactions and mineral additive. I guess that's two-part. It claims to be manufactured with pure pharmaceutical grade salt, so maybe there's going to be less contamination. Contains all major minor trace elements in the exact proportions found in tropical seawater. 70 trace elements are completely water soluble. High quality control, free from nitrates, phosphates, and unwanted chemicals. And on some of the literature, that Tropic Marin has online, there is mentioned that this enhances kind of coral growth. So, you know, we're gonna put this to the test, and what's doing this experiment. You know, I call it an experiment. It's not a real experiment. A real experiment would have biological replications, multiple tanks, all set in a controlled way with obviously controls, and monitor performance of corals that was started from the same size over time. So this is just, we'll call it an anecdotal type of experiment. But I'm really curious about this, so that's it. I will report back and let you know which salt is giving me better colors for my SPS. Thanks for watching, and see you around.